everyone, it's Matthew here for SDGC, talking to Brian Queck from
Ysbryd Games.
Ysbryd Games, gotcha.
Don't you do that.
Do you ever just feel like half your job is correcting our pronunciation of your company?
If I worried about that sort of stuff, maybe I should have tried a different name, but it's all good. It's all part of the plan.
Sweet. I'm glad I'm not the worst person here.
No.
So we are talking to you about the follow-up to Valhalla, Nirvana.
Right.
What can you tell us about this sure to be wonderful game?
Well, for those who are familiar with Valhalla, or aren't familiar with Valhalla, it is we call it a booze 'em up. But basically, you play as a bartender, and you've got clients coming in, sitting themselves down, talking to the bartender, about their days and what's going on in the city and what sort of drink would they like to have. And you're supposed to, your choice is to say, okay, shall I serve you the drink that you asked for? Or shall I choose another drink that maybe is more suitable for your current mood or disposition? And the choices that you make as a bartender, what drinks you choose to make and serve, can push these characters into different lines of thinking. It pushes them towards different choices, and eventually affects the events of the game or in the ending, and you can get different endings, stuff like that.
You also have one of the best dogs in video games.
That would be the Rat Shiba from Valhalla. Is for this may be a gritty cyberpunk world, a dystopia that the characters live in, but hey, talking dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
With talking dogs with sunglasses and a Hawaiian t-shirt.
Now, Valhalla was also like a delightfully diverse game in terms of its cast. Is that going to be expected for the follow-up as well?
Absolutely, it's the same world, right? Although thematically there will be significant differences between Valhalla and Nirvana in terms of the what each city represents, to what kind of culture they'd be inhabiting in terms of the this being cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk world, income disparity, the economic disparity is at its most prominent, and in the first game you saw the dark, the really bad and gritty end of that spectrum with you can't find anything useful in the supermarket. Government's constantly corrupt and enacting violence against citizens or common citizens and their own people alike. In Nirvana, in the new game Nirvana, we're in this basically a tax haven for the super rich called Saint Alicia, and that it's sort of like you're on the super luxe end of the spectrum of dystopia, and you're seeing you're serving now. You're still playing a bartender named Sam, and you're dealing with customers who are from either are the super rich or are working with the super rich, and you'll see that even though you're on the other end of the spectrum in terms of the economic dystopia, people still have problems. They're still human. They're still they still need alcohol to solve their problems. They still need people to listen to them.
An outlet.
They need an out, exactly.
Now, here's an important question, just because with sequels or follow-ups, it's always important. How much knowledge do people need of the first game to enjoy this one?
I think that people can easily play Nirvana without having played Valhalla before. The game is it features an entirely new protagonist. There's a lot of the game's narrative focus is on Samantha, the bartender you play as, like so, and her partner Leon, who's caught up in basically the Yakuza in their city.
You heard it here first. That's an exclusive for the SDGC.
I mean, basically the mafia, right? And the whole thing with it's a different plot line. There will be references to what things that happen in Valhalla, characters that sort of pop up and that you may remember from the first game if you played it. But the game is ultimately meant to be comfortable and accessible for anyone diving in for the first time.
So you just get more out of it if you've played the first one, but it's not a requirement.
I mean, similar to like if you watched Legend of Korra, but having never watched Avatar, it's still really enjoyable.
That is a great comparison. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. So it's coming eventually to Switch, PS4, and Steam.
That's correct.
Do we have any form of window in mind, or is it just done when it's done?
For now, it's 2020, but we'll have news to share once we get deeper into development.
Well, just ride that wave of cyberpunk greatness.
Well, I mean, that little Polish company doing that little tiny game.
I hope they don't even try and launch at the same time, because why would they want to hurt their own sales, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, right?
So where can people follow your company, you guys?
Right. To follow the developers, by the way, we're the publisher of this game, not the developer. But you can follow the developers, Sukeban Games, at Sukeban Games. Sukeban is spelled Sukeban.
Yes, right there.
Yep. And you can also learn more about the game at nirvana.bar. That's the URL for the game. Yep.
Nice. And our last question, because we ask everybody, it's very important. It's the hardest hitting question we have. In your heart of hearts, if you have to choose, cake or pie?
Pie.
My man. This is why we're the bestest of friends.
There you go.
Thank you so much for talking to us. I know your booth is crazy. You guys got some great games.
All good.
Always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time, and just enjoy the hell out of PAX. Don't go too crazy.
Same goes for you, my man.